Comes in to bounce the ball. We'll see who picks him up in just a moment. Pretty well ideal conditions. In fact, it's probably a little bit on the warm side here at the SCG. Smith has the chance to drive the Swans into attack from the opening bounce, which he does. Saru, a chance for Katoggio and Torbett. The umpire has blown the whistle, and it'll be a free kick going to Jeff Saru at full back. Long kick by the Saints veteran, getting underneath it. Roberts couldn't complete the mark. Chance for Barker now as the hand pass comes out from Dennis Carroll. Back to half forward. Thomas gives it over to Foschini, and Foschini could have the last laugh. He's popped it through. First goal on the board to the Saints.
It's a great piece of play there by Grant Thomas, playing at centre half forward. Thomas almost took the mark, then followed on after he came down and got it out towards Foschini, and a nice handball.
Let's take a look at it in replay. Grant Thomas, number 18. And Foschini, a little bit late on the scene. Ackerley. So the ball coming back into the centre. That goal coming up at the 45-second mark of the first quarter. So the Saints very quickly off and into their stride. It's going to be Round, contesting against Max Crowe, who wins it out. A chance for the Swans to go forward. It's taken away by Lucas. Barker from right half back brings it around towards the centre wing position. Browning is there, and the ball, yes, dribbling over the boundary line on these very wide wings at the Sydney Cricket Ground. We'll see it thrown back into play.
St Kilda up to a good start. They're 1 goal, 6 points to the Swans yet to score, and we're just on the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. There's a free kick, and this free kick will go to Cruz of the Swans on that half-back flank position. Cruz's kick is across to centre half forward now. Flying high that time was Rhys-Jones, but the umpire's found a free kick, and it'll go to Tony Morwood round about the centre half forward area for the Swans. Tony Morwood ready to send the Swans back into attack now. Let's see whether they can reply to that goal by St Kilda. Up it goes. Oh, there's Flying High that time. Ball finally comes back to right. Grabbed by Roberts, a hand pass back to Rhys-Jones, a snap for goal, but he's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So it's the Swans 1 point, to St Kilda 1 goal, 6 points. Ball out wide, looking for Barker again. This could be his third kick. Yes, another good mark. He's playing very well at this moment, their captain. And there's no doubt about it, when Barker's firing, he looks a real star. A brilliant player out wide now. Coming in to meet it was Roberts. Picked it up on the first hop for the Swan, but his kick is not a good one. It's out of bounds.
I think he was out of bounds.
I think he may have been before he kicked it, and there will be a throw in from that centre wing position. And of course, they've just about demolished those 2 old stands over there at the moment, Pete.
Not much left of them now, Lou.
Didn't want to buy those. Would you? Just wait now for the ball to come back into play. Crowe and Round. Crowe wearing number 9 for the Saints. Gets the knock down to Roberts. A hurried kick, not a very good one. Doesn't travel much distance at all. Browning smothers the ball and knocked back into play over there towards Paul Morwood for St Kilda. It'll be interesting to see whether Paul Morwood gives a hand pass to his old teammates when he's playing at Bob.
I think his concentration will be good enough to realise which side he's on.
No fireworks so far. Crowe and Round. Right. On the bottom of that pack. Round. 20-metre handball. Not really well delivered. Dennis Carroll has the chance and the run at the ball on right centre wing, but once again it's over the line. And once more we'll see a throw-in. Pretty well ideal conditions for football today, maybe even a little bit on the warm side. Round and Crowe. Round has the height, uses the body well, palms it down, still can't find the rover. Rhys-Jones was in there. Fiddler for St Kilda picks it up towards the half-forward line, and a good safe mark taken down there by Ackerley. To the plaudits of the crowd because he beat Foschini for the ball. So they're involved in this squabble between these 2 clubs. Crowe in front. Oh, getting a mile in the air was Danaher. Great mark. That was a superb grab. Had his name written on that one from the moment it left the boot. Up to full forward again. Knocked away by Saru. Doing a good job down there so far. Loose ball on the wing. Keel. Up towards the right half forward flank. Very awkward bounce. Winbanks is there for the Swans. Puts in the short pass. Up towards left centre wing. The chances for Browning. Game number 150. Long towards left half forward, but the ball bouncing very quickly towards the line, and once more we'll see a throw-in at the 5-minute mark. And the ball seesawing between the respective half-back and half-forward lines at the moment. Torbett knocks it down. A chance for Lucas. Smith. Over he goes. In the back, says umpire Neville Nash, and a free kick going to the Swans ruck rover.
And the ball kicked up there towards Brady, trying to get the front post. He got his hands to it. The umpire said he got one in the back. And Brady will take this free kick about 35 metres out from goal. Brady usually plays well for the first quarter and a half and then fades out a bit, waiting on Brady to have this shot now. There's the kick, and that's a beautiful goal. That's their first, the Swans, their 1 goal, 7 points. To St.Kilda, 1 goal, 6 points. 6-minute mark, and the Swans are in front by a point. Roberts is down over there. I hope it's not a nasty one for him. Finally, it's picked up nicely by Wright, a pass down there. It's a beauty. And there's another mark to Brady and a chance for his second goal within a matter of a minute. That was a rip-snorter pass, but a beautiful mark that time, Robert.
Yes, an awkward one to mark, as we see Michael Roberts in the hands of the trainer. Might have copped one on the nose.
Might be a blood nose from young Michael Roberts. The kick at the goals, another goal to Brady, and the Swans are away, and they're running hot at the moment. So they're 2 goals, 1-13. To St Kilda, 1 goal, 6 points. And we're just on the 7-minute mark of this first quarter, and at the moment, Bob, for a match that's supposed to be a grudge game, it's very quiet.
Yes, well, that's often the way it turns out, Lou, as we watch on replay, and a great diving mark for his second goal to Craig Brady.
Brady, as we've seen in matches past here at the SCG, starts off well in the first term. He has faded out in other matches. Let's hope for the Swans' sake he doesn't do it today. Certainly 2 quick goals. 13-6. Swans lead by 7 points. Backhander by Round. Tony Morwood. Up to full forward again. Brady missed that one. A chance for Danaher, who takes the hand pass from Torbett, and he's put it through for 1 point. So they're peppering the goals at the moment. 14-6. Jeff Dunn, former Victorian representative in the VFL. Kicks that very wide, and just getting his hands to it was Max Crowe, and the ball out of bounds between left half forward and the forward pocket. Round tries to take it away, not successful. Morwood also had the chance. Umpire Neville Nash elects to ball it up. It's only about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Crowe uses the body well. Boot to ball quickly. Keel gets one in the back, surely. Umpire says it's a St Kilda free kick. It's not going to Keel, though. It will be taken by Mace. Mace just short of the right centre wing position. Did play for Hawthorn originally after coming from the Peninsula. In fact, I think round about the Frankston area. I see number 50 playing his, well, the first time I've seen him anyway, Frangalis for the Swans. Round, palms it down well, taken by Max Cruz. Mace gets a free kick for on the shoulder. I don't think any argument about that one. Robert Mace goes for a short pass, and that's okay, and the mark taken by Grant Thomas. Thomas a long way from goal. Jackson making a lead. Oh, shocking kick by Thomas, out of bounds on the full, and it will be a Swans free kick in the back pocket.
Well, I suppose, Bob, there's an excuse for that because he's played most of his football in defence, and he kicked that like a centre-half back that time.
It's an interesting move, Grant Thomas to centre-half forward. Barker's at centre-half back, and another move is Rhys-Jones at centre-half forward for the Swans.
Well, he's tall enough, Rhys-Jones. It could be a free kick here going to Barry Round, and he's about due for a very good game because his form's been pretty poor this year. Over it goes to Rhys-Jones, the boy that Bob was talking about. To Browning up there towards the full forward position, coming across as Saru. As they go now for Torbett, and he's put it through for a goal.
In favour of the Swans in the first quarter, which has been in progress now 10.5 minutes.
And a nice goal that time by Torbett. It was the battle of the snails running after that, but he beat Saru, knocked out by Crowe, doing well in the ruck. But there's Max Cruz, a very solid defender for the Swans, but here's Cunningham coming in now on that wing position. A shocking kick, but Mace is there, luckily for St Kilda. His kick is a left footer. Looking for Morwood, but too good by his old teammate that time, and Browning outmarks him. The kick by Browning's a ripper, and Smith takes the mark, but it's a bad hand pass to Lucas, but Windbanks is there. Back to Smith again, and little Packham gets in the way. A hand pass coming over from Crowe, and they're certainly going in pretty hard, the Swans at the moment, as Keel takes the ball away from St Kilda on the edge of the square, and a beautiful pass to Jacko. And the big Mark Jackson's got the mark. And listen to the crowd. They've got Jacko already, and he hasn't even started. There's the crowd on screen on the hill, and they certainly can voice their opinion up there.
If he kicks it, I'm sure he'll answer them.
Okay, let's see what Jacko does with this kick. He's about 35 to 40 metres out. There's the kick by Jacko. And they've given him the ironical cheers as he puts it through for 1 point. So St Kilda now, 1 goal, 7 points to the Swans 3-2-20. And we're over the 11.5-minute mark of the first quarter. The ball back into play again. Barry round. Crow goes the big punch, and Browning round the neck by a mile. And of course, Browning doing very well down there at half-back at the moment for the Swans.
Free kick to Browning. Delivers the ball well to Ian Roberts, and that surely must be a 15-metre penalty. Yes, the umpire has delivered it against Owen. Long kick out to right half forward. Dennis Carroll with Thomas. Carroll knocked away by Saru from Torbett. Scooped out to Dunn. Danaher. Useful handball. The bionic man is Greg Smith. The shot at goal from 20 metres out, and he's put it through for a goal. Fine piece of play by the Swans, capped off by Greg Smith, their 4th goal, and Smith bringing up his 1st for the quarter.
Yes, a good piece of teamwork, but bad defence by the Saints on that occasion. I feel that Dunn was a little bit, well, maybe it's just pressure that got to him on that occasion, because he really didn't handball it to anybody in particular, and the loose ball picked up by Danaher.
Saints trailing by 19 points in the first quarter, which has been in progress nearly 13 minutes. It could be a high-scoring game if this scoring rate continues. Knocked down by Crow. As you mentioned, Lou doing well in the ruck. Carroll seemed to get grabbed, holding the man, says umpire Glenn James, and the free kick going to the Swans. Both Carrolls were named in the Swans side today. Wayne Carroll 18 and Dennis Carroll 7. No relation though. Brady flew high, couldn't take the marks, and Kilda player got tripped up, and he'll take the free kick down there. That's Foister. Away he goes. And the umpire again has found a free kick for a nudge out. It's going the Swans' way, and it will be taken by Frangaris. Frangaris just short of the centre, up towards Rhys-Jones. Barker, a good mark.
Great mark by Barker that time out there at half-back. Ball kicked out wide now. A chance for Saru to take. Oh, he ran into Roberts but got clear. Hand pass coming over now to little Owen. Balks nicely for the Saints. The second time. Ran a bit far, the crowd said, but there's a go now for young Michael Roberts to steer clear. He'll have a running shot for goal. But Roberts is up target, and it's through for 1 point. Or out of bounds. Out of bounds. Of course, Bob, I didn't know that young Dennis Carroll is the cousin of the Turkey Tom Carroll that played with Carlton, and a great football family too. Ball knocked back there to Crow from Paul Morwood. Crow gets a hurried kick down towards Jackson. He's there out of position. The big fella Winbanks picks it up nicely over to Cruz. And that's good cooperation by those two players as the ball finally goes over the line and out of bounds about 50 metres around from that St Kilda goal. At the moment, St Kilda are 1 goal, 7 points to the Swans 4-2-26. 14 and 15 and a half minutes, or 14 and a half minutes into this first quarter, as we see the kick going here now to Packham, and he'd be a good 40 metres out from goal. Looked as though he could have been a play. He showed good form last year. I don't know how his form's going this year, of course. This is the first time we've seen the kick by Packham. Not a bad sort of a kick. It's a goal, I would say. Yes, sir. Torbett in the ruck. The Swans 4 goals, 2-26 to St Kilda 2-1-13.
Max Crow again getting the tap out from centre field. He's doing pretty well in the ruck, Max Crow. He's certainly leaping very, very high for the ball at the moment. Morwood getting tripped up. And again, the boos of the Swans fans here. I don't think it's worrying him particularly. Chance down there for Packham. Did he keep that in play? Right, gee, that was pretty close, wasn't it? The boundary umpire says no. And it'll be a boundary throw in the forward pocket once again for the Saints. Thomas doing the ruck work. Palms it over the back. 3 Swans are there. Picked up by Max Cruz. Well, Rhys-Jones and Barker both misjudged that. Catoggio, Greg Smith. Barker's first to get there. The Saints captain shows them how it's done. Back towards the centre wing position. Going up high was Foister. Couldn't mark the ball. It's out of bounds. Very fast open game at the moment. Quite a high standard. Thumped away for the Saints by Crow again, but this time it's Browning. Beautiful ball. The kick not as good as he would have liked. Gets it down towards half forward. Tony Morwood is there. Up towards Round and Saru. Round! Great grab.
As I said before, Pete, he's due for a good game.
Well, will he get the distance, Lou, with his kick? Barry Round is not the greatest of kicks.
I think he'll get the distance.
Well, he couldn't be any worse than O'Reilly yesterday, missing that goal, Peter, from point-blank range.
Barry has hit the post, has he? Or is it a goal? He's missed it. Well, there you go. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Very awkward kicking style from Round. 14 points the difference. The Swans lead by that margin. Very close to out of bounds. Oh, Rhys-Jones, hip and shoulder into Keel. And that was rather nasty. There could be a few numbers taken. Rhys-Jones has already had his done suspension this year. Let's take a look at that in replay. We see Keel on the boundary line. Now, that's a fair hip and shoulder to my way of thinking. And then the retaliator often gets caught. Back towards Danaher. Keel tries to pick it up. Danaher tries to stop him. Beautiful ball. Right copped him a little bit too high. Play on, says the umpire. Roberts caught. He was legged. A free kick going St Kilda's way, and Michael Roberts takes it at centre field.
Approaching the 18-minute mark. Roberts' kick is well over centre-half forward for the Saints. Players position themselves. Just about a mark that time to Brengalis. Brengalis has got the ball out there at centre-half back. Peter said this is the first time the boy has had a league game, and he started off okay. Crow couldn't hold that mark. He goes after it again, gets a hand pass out, a hurried kick by Keel, out towards the half-forward line, but coming out is Carter. Well tackled by little fella Packham. Umpire said dropping the ball. Good play. A hand pass coming over now to Foister. Foister's kick falls short. Snapped for goal by Foschini, but well smothered that time by Ackley. And the kick is finally out there to right. A little bit lucky for the Swans that time. Oh, down they go. There's Rhys-Jones again. He's picking them up, knocking them down as quick as they can come up as the ball is knocked out that time by Melissa. Over to Paul Morwood. And the Saints go back into attack now up to Jackson. And, he grabbed hold of his arm. The umpire must have spotted that. Yes, he's given the free kick there to Winbanks. And Winbanks has the free kick at full back. We're just on the 19-minute mark as the ball comes back into play, and a beautiful mark taken here by Crow. Doing a pretty good job for the Saints so far. And the score, 27 points to the Swans, to St Kilda, 13 points.
Swans runner speaking to Rhys-Jones, and I would imagine, Bob, the advice would be to cool it.
I would imagine so, Pete, because he has been a little late when he came in on both occasions.
27-14. Winbanks. Foister is there. It comes out to Roberts. Back to Foister. Foister has a shot at goal. That's going close. Not close enough for the Saints, though, and through for one behind. And that takes their score along to, in the first quarter, 2-3 to 4-3. And even 2 goals the difference. Once again, back with Winbanks. Towards the members' stand side. And what's happened there? It will be a free kick going to the Saints. Now it's going to the Swans, and to be taken by Frangalis, who from a distance looks a bit like Vin Katoggio with that hairdo. Up towards Rhys-Jones, knocked away by Barker. Knocked further afield into the arms of Roberts. Mace a little bit late on the scene. Stolen by Rhys-Jones. Long handball, looking up there for Katoggio. He's found him at right centre wing. Smith, he's already kicked one. On the boundary line here. A long shot, coming very close indeed. That's not bad either from Greg Smith. He's got 2 for the quarter.
Beautiful goal, Peter.
Mark.
Centre bounce again. Back towards Mace. He's crawling along the ground trying to get it out. Finally, Torbett gets a hurried kick back. And there's a good mark to Barker. Just about St Kilda's best player so far, I'd say, Bob.
Yes, he's playing a fine game. Early in the piece, there was a loose man across the half-back line. You do not leave players like Barker loose.
Hand pass coming over now to Dunn. Oh, Rhys-Jones has upset Barker. He's toppled him right over.
That's 3 he's got in the first.
Well, he's fixing them up as quick as they come forward. Now, Cunningham's going to have a go, and he might stay back for a while. If I was Cunningham. Pretty fiery player, Rhys-Jones. Liked by the crowd up here tremendously. Over the top of the pack, the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go there to Thomas in a new role today, playing at centre-half forward for St Kilda. A short pass to Dunn, coming right down from that back pocket. Now the back pocket player, oh, there's a bit of a niggle by right hand Dunn. That's a shocking kick by Dunn, right in the hands of Talbot, but he dropped the sitter. Now Jackson snapped for goal, and what has he done? It's a goal, and Jacko's first. Now that's a nice goal by Jackson, so it's 5 goals, 333, the Swans. Look at him go to the crowd, he's saying, how about that?
The Jacko show comes to the SCG.
What's it in action again?
Yes, and it's a bad miss here by Stephen Talbot, straight through the hands, and Jacko snapping over the shoulder, and then throwing kisses to the crowd.
Well, they'd love that up here at Sydney because he's only got to make a mistake and they'll give him the big raspberry for sure, but that doesn't worry Jacko. There he is, he's got one on the board, and of course it's 21 points and St.Kilda to the Swans 33 points. Back to the centre again. It'll be Talbot. A bad miss by Talbot that time in front of goal against Crow. Crow gets the knockout. Back it goes to Katoggio. Finally, we see Carroll trying to get the ball clear, but it'll be a ball up as it's Owen for St. Kilda coming out, and the umpire will ball it up around about the centre field area.
23 minutes gone in the first quarter. The Swans lead by 12 points. Round, Rhys-Jones over the top to Katoggio on the run at right half forward. He can score from there. That's close. Goal! And Vin Katoggio, a very quick reply to that of Jackson at St. Kilda, and the Swans lead 6-3-39 to 3-3-21.
I'm sure that would make Vin Katoggio extremely happy. I would believe probably Katoggio's first goal, very close to it anyway for the Swans, and the former Carlton and Melbourne Rover, and Katoggio could be a very, very handy player.
Yes, I certainly agree with that, Bob. If he can reproduce the form that he displayed at Carlton, he was an idol out there, wasn't he? But didn't really succeed at Melbourne. Whether it was a personality clash, we don't know. The umpire has found a free kick, a centre square infringement. It's going to St. Kilda, and it will be taken by Maxi Crow. One of the best on the ground at the first quarter. Crow, long kick, up towards half forward, or Jackson and Winbanks. Mark to Winbanks, is it? Yes, it is. Jacko doesn't like it, and goes down. He gets up pretty quickly.
I'll tell you one thing, I don't want to mess around because that Glenn James can bring out the book quicker than any other guy I've ever seen in my life, Peter.
He had it out on Tuesday night very quickly. Mark taken by Ackley. He's away pretty quickly. One of the class players in the Swans line-up. Ackley up towards half forward. Ball fisted to the ground by Fiddler. Knock on by Packham. The Saints go forward again through Crow. A long kick. Winbanks and Jackson. 2 out. Jacko! This time he's got it, has he? Or is it a free kick? He's given it back to James. Who gives it back to Jacko? And what's he going to do with it? The ball up. Maybe something wrong with the ball. Is it flat or whatever?
Well, Jacko still gets the kick, Bob. Of course, he marked whether it's a flat ball or not.
There's no doubt about that.
Matter of fact, that brings back memories of years ago. Jack Dyer was having a shot for goal. They needed a goal to win it. The ball flattened as he kicked it. Never made the distance.
You were going to say they needed 7 points, and the bladder went through the behinds, and the ball went through the goals, and they won.
Now, that's a true story with Jack Dyer. Well, he told me it was, anyway. There's Jacko, Pete, going for the second goal, or his second goal, and of course, St. Kilda's fourth.
Jackson from 30 metres out from goal. Goal umpire moves only marginally. It looks okay. 4 points, 2 goals for Jacko in the first quarter, and the Saints come a little bit closer. And the Jacko show, Act 2. The scores 6-3-39 to 4-3-27.
Well, if he can't play football, he can certainly put on a turn and entertain the people, but he's done well so far. Watch this in replay, Bob.
The Jacko show still continues.
And behind the play, Jacko entertaining the crowd.
Just over 26 minutes gone, and only 12 points the difference in favour of the Swan. The centre bounce, where Crow's doing exceptionally well, this time against Barry Round. Crow got it out again, this time to Keel. As they're going out for Cunningham to send them deep into attack. A hand pass comes here, and the ball finally driven up there by Owen. A long kick. Oh, Morwood dropped that one, and a little bit of bad luck that time, but Browning was right on his tail and through for 1 point. So it's 4 goals, 4-28 St. Kilda to the Swans 6-3-39. Well, it's still a very close game. As a matter of fact, the standard's pretty high. Missed that time by Crow. Comes back to Keel, taps it on, looking there for Owen again. Nearly one on the back. Crew's piled on top of the ball, and the umpire's going to ball it up. That's centre half forward, approaching the 27-minute mark of this, the first quarter, in the grudge match of the year. Well, that's what they tell it is, or say it is, and finally it comes down to Roberts. He and Crow had a bit of a mix-up that time. Finally driven up by Owen, but the umpires found a free kick. Notice that Smith stood on young Roberts' knee that time.
The Swans free kick anyway.
Free kick going to the Swans, and it'll be taken this time by Max Cruz. Got a bit of a bad trot today, young Michael Roberts. A whack on the nose. Now someone stood on his knee. Max Cruz at centre half back. Goes out towards that half forward flank. There's a good mark to Cunningham. He's a very good player, this fellow. Real class. Goes for a short pass. And one in the back just about there to Owen, but picked up nicely by Torbert. A hand pass coming over to Smith. Smith looks for a lead. And there's Brady again. He's already kicked 2 goals, and there's no doubt about it. He's a first quarter player because we've seen him 3 or 4 times this year really star in the first quarter for the Swans. There's a long kick by Brady. At the back is Torbert, got his hands to it, going after it now. Has done too fast for the big fellow. Takes the ball around towards the wing position. Coming in is Melissa now. He's grabbed that time by Carroll. Back it goes to Rhys-Jones. Picks it up nicely. A good hand pass out to Danaher. Another one to the Cat. It has the Cat. Cottagio going for a shot for goal. And there's no doubt about that one. It's right through the middle. So the score, 7 goals, 3-45 the Swans. To St Kilda, 4 goals, 4-28.
This is a great piece of play there by Rhys-Jones. Under a lot of pressure, we see again on replay. He gets a beautiful hand pass out to Danaher, and then another hand pass on to Cottagio, who is doing his job in the forward pocket. 2 goals in the first term.
Well, there he is, Finn. I haven't seen too much of him in the last couple of years with Melbourne, but of course, as I mentioned previously, Cottagio was a star with Carlton. 45-28, the Swans lead. 7-3 to 4-4 in the first term. Rhys-Jones gets clear of Barker. The hand pass is not a good one though to Smith, and picked up by Keel. Runs his full 10 metres, delivers it wide towards right half forward. Browning underneath it, and a safe grab.
Played well too, Peter.
He has. Play on. 8 kicks and 3 hand passes now to Mark Browning. Cruz delivers the ball towards half forward. Plenty of St Kilda players there. Dunn gives it straight to Danaher. Can't get clear. Fiddler. Saru comes in to assist him with a good shepherd. Torbert can't get past him. Tony Morwood puts the head down, has the ball underneath. Torbert. A snap at goal from a fair way out. Underneath it, Michael Roberts. Back towards the half-back flank. He's kicked it straight to Dennis Carroll. He's not quite at the flank really when he comes in for the kick. He'd be about 45 metres out.
Go very close too from there.
Yes, he's good kick. It'll land just off the point of the square. Plenty of high flyers are there as the umpire found a mark. Now he hasn't. Still a loose ball, but it's a free kick for one on the arm, and it will be taken by Michael Roberts. This time effectively gets it clear, and the Saints get out of the danger zone through Elphinston. Back towards Mace, who takes it in front of Frank Garvis on left centre wing. Robert Mace. Long to half forward. Jacko's down there. Ackerley beats him to it. Jacko runs straight through him. Thomas palms it on. The umpire has found a free kick though. It will be going to the Swans for one in the back, and it will be taken by Ackerley at the right half-back flank. Long to centre wing, round in front. No mark, or is it a free kick on the arm, and Mace takes the free kick at centre wing.
And we're just on the 31-minute mark. The siren due to go to end this first quarter. 45 points to the Swans to St Kilda 28. Ball back towards the centre of the ground, out there to Rhys-Jones. He's away from Barker this time. Oh, it's not a very good kick, but it lacks a fortune. It's picked up here now by Danaher. Nice turn away over to Brad. He's already kicked 2 goals. This could be the third. And that's what he's done, put the third one through. And they're looking good at the moment, the Swans. 8 goals, 351 to St Kilda, 4 goals, 428. And when you're that far in front, Bob, you don't worry about a grudge match, do you?
No, it's certainly it's a fine game of football at the moment. There's been no real spite at all. And even when Rhys-Jones was coming in with a bit of weight, it was a hip and shoulder. And once again, Rhys-Jones having a part in that goal. So although Barker's playing well, every time he does move away a bit, Rhys-Jones dangerous.
Just on 32 minutes gone, 51 the Swans to St Kilda 28. Crow once again getting the ball down. Roberts crawling on his hands and knees and gets a push on the back. and not playing a bad game, Michael Roberts, either. Let's see what he can do with this kick. It's a long one up there looking for Jacko at the back. There's Carter coming for the big punch, pouncing on his Ackley. Good play. Strong defender Ackley. He's on Foschini. Foschini on the boundary line. Umpire said it's out of bounds in the forward pocket about 25 metres around from the St Kilda goal. They badly need one at the moment, and the siren just about due to go, I would say. Jacko and Round. Round got the tap down, this time to Frengalis. Punched on by Paul Morwood. Knocked on by Cottogio, and going after his friend Frengalis again, showing plenty of strength, but missed the ball, and it's still out of bounds, but a little further away from the St Kilda goal, about 50 metres around. Well, the crowd's built up here today. I'd say it's around about the 15,000 mark as the siren ends the quarter, and at quarter time we see the Swans 8 goals, 351 to St Kilda 4 goals, 420.
Players taking up their positions. Craig Brady, the main goal kicker in the first quarter, with 3. Umpire Neville Nash checking to see that all is in readiness. Trainers are off the field. And the Sydney Swans fan pretty happy so far. Second quarter from the Sydney Cricket Ground. The Swans leading 51-28. Round and Saru. Knocked away by Keel, picked up by Dennis Carroll. Feinted the hand pass and then got it on to, well, picked up by Roberts now after Danaher had the chance. Roberts to left centre wing, Morwood in front, can't take the mark. Browning right there with him. He's beaten him pretty well so far, Mark Browning. Over the top, the handball taken away by Dennis Carroll. Long towards the full forward pocket, and the ball bouncing out of bounds. And we'll see a throw in the Swans forward pocket, kicking this end to the Randwick end. Kicking this quarter to the Randwick end, after they attacked the Noble stand end very effectively in the first term with 8 goals. Crow, who I thought was one of the Saints' best players in the first quarter, wins it down yet again. Beautiful ruck work to Barker, and the mark taken by Cunningham. He elects to play on. The hand pass over the top to Foschini. It doesn't bounce very kindly for the Swans. The chances for Mace. Now he went without the ball.
Well, he was confused by Mace, by Thomas that time. They couldn't make up their minds, either one of them.
Round to Rhys-Jones. On to Lucas. Lucas from half forward. A long shot at goal. Into the square. Plenty of St Kilda players are there. Out to Danaher. Right on the boundary line. Molesso is there with him, a former Swan. He kicks the ball back towards the centre. Barker steals it well to Elphinston. A good defender. Elphinston back towards Foister. Foister and Ian Roberts. Foister wins out after Roberts goes over. He's gone for the short pass, and he finds this time Paul Morwood in front of Browning. Morwood from right centre wing. Winbanks and Jackson. Jacko behind. Has he got the mark? Yes, it's paid by the umpire.
That was a good mark.
I didn't think he had a chance of getting that one, Bob.
No, it didn't look that way, but he got the one hand around in front, knocked it the first time, and then took it on the second grab. I'm a little surprised to see Winbanks given the job of Jackson, because I feel that Rod Carter has normally done a great job at fullback.
Well, Jacko's missed that one. Most unusual for Jackson, because he's a very accurate kick. We're just over the 2-minute mark, approaching the 2.5-minute mark. It's 51 points, Swans to St Kilda 29. 22 points the difference. Ball punched away by Molesso that time, and Browning trying to punch the ball out to Frengalis there, but the umpire's going to ball it up. Oh, he's going to pay a free kick to Browning, who's been a very good player in the first quarter against his old teammate Paul Morwood. Well on top of him. Ball back there towards that half back flank position, and we see Owen not able to grab that one, and it's out of bounds. It's about 60 metres around from the Swans' goal. It'll be Saru against Barry Round, and they've had many tussles together, these two. They've been in the business a long time. Actually, Saru got that one down, then he got one from Smith as the ball finally comes back towards Trevor Barker. Oh, nearly got one in the head that time, but Elphinston gets it over to Dunn. Back to Elphinston again. Good play on the part of Dunn that time. There's a dangerous hand pass to Saru. This gives Danaher a chance, but he goes down. Now a hand pass coming out there to Brady. Back it goes to Rhys-Jones, a bit long. Jones is on the boundary line, well tackled by Barker, and he'll get the free kick. Trevor Barker doing a great job down there. The ball finally, the umpires call it play on, as we see it picked up now by Owen. Up there towards the full forward position again. Carter dropped a sitter. Spinning out the pack is Ackley. And backing up well as Morwood has a running shot for goal, but Paul Morwood's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So we're just on the 4-minute mark, and it's the Swans 8 goals, 351 to St Kilda 4, 630. And St Kilda looking a little bit better this quarter, playing with a lot more determination, Peter.
They are indeed. 21 points the difference. Winbanks delivers it to the member stand side. Frank Garlis at the back, thought he had the mark. The umpire says it's the man in front, and that's Barry Round. Let's take a look at that again. 50 and 25. Yes, got to be the man in front. That's Barry Round. His kick, however, isn't good, and it's forced over the boundary line for a throw-in on the centre wing position. Round again with Saru. Saru wins it, looking for Keel, couldn't find him. Frangalis is there with Owen. Owen takes it, his hand pass taken by Frangalis. Smith back to some of his best form, and away he goes. Bionic man delivers it to Rhys-Jones superbly, who marks in front of Fiddler. He's gone for the short pass, gets it out to Tony Morwood. Foister can't stop him. Rhys-Jones calls for it. Morwood long to full forward. In front is Crow. Two former Essendon players actually, Torbett and Crow. And the ball out of bounds in the forward pocket, adjacent to the behind post. Crow wins it again. He's been winning in that ruck position, either at the bounces or throw-ins, right from the very first siren. The Saints fans will be hoping that he can continue doing a great job. He battles here with Steve Torbett. Neither gets it effectively away. Malesso to Dunn. Good handball. The Saints back pocket player's kick is very high, doesn't travel that much distance, and the mark taken out there by Ian Roberts, who plays on, short towards right at half forward, and he doesn't let him down. And right just about within kicking distance. A chance for his first goal, and there's the danger man Brady in the goal square, because he's already kicked 3. Wright brings up his first for the afternoon, and it's a good goal.
Out, their arms locked, and the umpire said the free kick will go to Barry Round. Bob, Barry Round's due for a good game, because we've watched him a couple of times this year and he hasn't fired that well.
No, but then I think we probably expect a lot of players like Round. You're critical when they have the odd-off day.
There's a great mark by Crow. Now playing down there in defence after starting off so well on the ruck. Back it comes to centre field. In goes Max Cruz, and no one got in his way as he hand passes over to right. Another short pass. Out wide to Katoggio. Dunn's right on his tail. He's grabbed him, Katoggio, and the umpire said it'll be a free kick to Dunn.
Yes, I feel
the time. The news from the dressing room, Greg Smith has done a hamstring. We begin the third quarter. Umpire James bouncing the ball, knocked away by Saru in the ruck. Tony Morwood almost ran into his own player in Max Cruz. It hasn't travelled 10 metres. Knock on by Round, finds Rhys-Jones just wide of the circle. Deep into the forward pocket. Thomas. No, doesn't look for the hand. Oh, yes, he went underneath it with that one to Max Crow. Over to Barker. And away they go. Back to Thomas. Streams downfield. Long kick by the Saints centre half back. Up towards the right half forward flank. And very close to the boundary line. A chance for Burns. Lucas is there. Frangalis. Well tackled by Owen. Down goes Ian Roberts. Burns using plenty of weight, and Frangalis has the free kick at left half back. Back towards the centre wing position. Knock on by Danaher. Wayne Carroll. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to St Kilda, and it will be taken by the Saints skipper Trevor Barker at the right half-back flank. Short pass. Burns, who's played very well since he came onto the field. A short pass again over the head of Saru, but it's taken by Elphinston at right centre wing. Saints certainly going the short game. Could come unstuck, almost a mark away, and the umpire hasn't paid it. Saru gets it out, picked up by Keel. He in turn is picked up by Tony Morwood, and his free kick for holding the ball.
And the score at the minute and a half mark of the third quarter, it's 13-8, 86. The Sydney Swans to St Kilda 8 goals, 8-56. So the Swans still doing it pretty well. Rhys-Jones in front, couldn't hold that mark. Back to little right. Walked nicely away from Barker, but a bad hand pass. Short pass coming out here to Foister, and a great mark there on the wing position. So it's Foister with the ball now. Oh, had a fumble. There's bad play on the part of the young fella that time. Finally, it's coming back here now to Wayne Carroll. Barker's after him, but he shrugs him off okay. A hand pass back to Danaher. Balks maced nicely, a short pass. A funny old pass there to Katoggio, but he picks it up beautifully away from Dunn. Another short pass. They're messing about both sides at the moment. Carroll grabbed high. That'll be holding the ball against him that time, and the free kick to go to Burns. Well, someone had to get a free kick there, Bob. There was a lot of messing about.
I couldn't understand why Katoggio came back instead of just driving it towards Brady in the square.
Waiting on Burns, who made a difference to the St Kilda when going to the centre and being on the bench for the first quarter. Waiting on Dunn, centre field. And the Saints badly needing a goal at the moment. And there he is. Jackson got one in the back, but I think he might have stayed. The umpire didn't take any notice of it. Picked up by Browning. The ball out wide. Roberts out there on the wing. Doesn't bounce right the first time. Good play on the part of Roberts, but he gets a hand pass back to Keel. Another one coming over to Saru. Short pass. Oh, there's a shocker. Picked out Carroll that time. That's Dennis Carroll. The kicker's long, looking for Danaher. Off the pack by Brady. Back there again. Burns and Carroll clash, but it's Wayne Carroll coming out over to Rhys-Jones. A long shot for goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. A beautiful goal.
We're right on the 4-minute mark now of the third quarter. Rhys-Jones' first goal, making it a pretty useful lead for the Swans by 14-8 to 8-8. Round. Frangalis. I like the style of him. He gets offloaded as he gets rid of the ball. Play continues. Dunn. Certainly busy in defence for the Saints this afternoon. Back towards centre field. Knock away by Browning. Dennis Carroll. Picked up by Cunningham. Out to Browning. Ackley. Loose ball for Wright to pick up. Katoggio. Dangerous, close to goals this afternoon, and he's been deadly accurate to date. One behind, though, on this occasion. 14-9 to 8-8. That's 93 to 56. Thomas. Tomo's kick, not a long one, marked by Elphinston. Thomas again, moving well downfield. A short pass, and the mark taken by Owen. Well, on this ground, if you go the short way, straight down the centre, it's usually effective. A lot of short passes around the wings can come unstuck, as they have here. Thomas gets it out, but it's picked up by Rhys-Jones. Owen tackles him well. Barker grabbed. Did he have the ball? Thomas, he seems everywhere at the moment, gets it back to Owen. To Thomas again. Plenty of touches in the last 30 seconds. Round. Beautiful talk by the big fellow. Right. Play on call from umpire James. He does. Long ball up to half forward. Fiddler. Short pass back towards centre wing again. Still the Saints persist in the short game. Barker to Saru. Barker again. And out of bounds. As I said, it can come unstuck, Bob, but it's a free kick.
Free kick against Rhys-Jones.
And umpire Neville Nash laying down the law, and Rhys-Jones on his best behaviour. Or almost. Mark taken by Roberts.
It was a fair bump, wasn't it?
As he offloaded a few in the first few minutes of the game. Jackson and Carter. Jacko has the mark or free kick. He's paid the mark, and he's already kicked 4 goals, Mark Jackson.
It was a strong mark, Peter.
He's very strong, isn't he? Well, they moved Rod Carter onto him after Winbanks had found him hard to handle. And they're the ones that Jacko likes. Well within kicking distance. He's only 15 metres out. A little bit off target. It's drifted away, but through for full points. 5 goals to Mark Jackson. A splendid effort up forward. 62 to 93.
So the difference is 31 points now. He's been a very effective forward up there, Bob Jackson.
He kicked 5 out of 9, Lou. That is certainly proving your effectiveness. But with the St Kilda forward set up and Jackson being almost on his own down there, and he really has to, as he's having a listen now to the Swans runner.
I tell you what, if you were a fullback, he'd give you a headache, Bob, wouldn't he? There's the score, 31 points the difference, and the Saints still within striking distance, knocked down that time. Back to Rhys-Jones, got one a bit high, trying to appeal for the free kick, but the umpire not having a bar of it. Now Burns gets a long hand pass out to Cunningham. This could be dangerous. There's Cunningham going for a short pass. It's a good one too, and it'll be a mark to Lockett. And he's only about 35 to 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. So a goal here will be very handy for the Saints. It'll make the difference 25 points.
Said, look at me, Lou.
Well, I was saying 6 from 31. I was going to get 24, but I thought I'd better carry one. Waiting now for Lockett to have this shot directly in front, about 35 metres out from goal. The kick. And that's a goal, another goal to the Saints, and they're coming back with a bit of bounce now. 14-9-93, the Swans to St Kilda 10-8-68. So the difference now 25 points, and we'll watch that in replay.
Yes, and once again, Burns getting it out to Cunningham. Cunningham showing all the skill that we know he has had, and I feel at this point of time that St Kilda maybe have settled a little bit and are coming right back.
And certainly Burns going into the centre in that second quarter has made a heck of a difference to their style of play. Centre bounce again. It'll be Barry round against Saru. Saru got the tap down to Burns again, and the ball is punched out wide to Mace. The chance now to send them back into attack, but he's got 3 players to beat here now. This allows Danaher to pick it up, and the umpire will pay a free kick to Mace. Grabbed, or it's going the other way. Going to the Morwood, I think. Yes, Tony Moore to take that free kick at half forward, or a little short of half forward for the Sydney Swans. A short kick there, looking up there for Brady. And he's got the ball trying to get out of the pack. He finally gets it out there to Todd, but he's grabbed by Roberts, well tackled. And this will be a ball up for sure, about 25 metres out from the Swans' goal. 25 points the difference. 93 points the Swans to St Kilda 68. And a ball up right in front of the Swans' goal. Knocked out by Crow, picked up by Roberts. A hand pass over there to Torb. Another one coming in here now. There's a go for Barker. Got the touch of the Staggers, but finally got a hand pass over. And it's a good hand pass back there from Cunningham to Foyster, back to Cunningham again. Spins out of the pack, but he's grabbed by a little right. And the umpire said it'll be a free kick against him. I don't know what for. Bob's laughing here disgustedly. He reckons he grabbed him by the leg. The crowd not too happy about it. Let's have a look now.
He didn't touch his leg.
No, he might have got over his shoulder. I don't know what he did.
On the shoulder, if anything.
That's it. So the free kick now to Cunningham, about 40 metres out from goal. There's the kick. And it'll be another goal, I would say, yes.
10 points the difference now at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. It's a real ball game here. A fine comeback by the Saints in this quarter. Round gets the Swans up to half forward. Barker nearly spilt the mark. Plays on. Michael Roberts from just wide of the circle. Jacko at the back. Can't take the mark. Umpire's found a free kick on the shoulder. It's not going to Jacko, who lashes out. Umpire Neville Nash has a few words to say to him and applies a 15-metre penalty. Carter. Carter now up at the centre half-back position. To right centre wing, Rhys-Jones and Barker. The latter punches it well clear. Danaher. Swans badly needing a goal now to reassert their supremacy. He's brought it out wide, and the mark taken by Ackerley. And Ackerley obviously considers himself a chance to bring up a goal here. Tony Jewell and Ian Stewart, Brains Trust of St Kilda. Well, they'd be pretty happy with the St Kilda side's fight back in this quarter. This won't do them any good, though, if Ackerley can kick this goal. Going pretty close, just drifting off target, I believe, and through for one behind. And the score now, 14-10 to 11-8. That's at even 20 points the difference as the ball comes back into play. Roberts. Morwood and Browning. Dennis Carroll. Clear of Cunningham. Where did that one go? Straight to Paul Morwood on the run. Scoots it up towards the half-forward line, and the mark is taken out there by Lockett, who plays on. Long up towards full forward. Jacko and Carter. Jacko almost had the mark. He's claiming it. The umpire has paid it.
I reckon it was a mark, even though Carter's going mad there, Bob. It was a mark for mine.
Yes, I agree.
Well, did he hold it long enough? That's the question everyone's asking. Ooh.
Oh, I reckon he's had it long enough.
Well, Jacko did, the umpire did, and Mark Jackson has already kicked 5 goals. A chance for number 6, and the Saints really coming right back at the Swans, who have gone to sleep in this quarter. Jacko's kick on the way, and he's missed it. Well, that's the first one I think he's missed this afternoon, is it, Bob?
He's got 5-4 now, Pete.
5-4. 94 to 75.
Well, we're approaching the 13.5-minute mark, and the Saints putting up a pretty good fight in this third quarter.
Jacko being taunted by the Swans cheer squad down there.
19 points the difference, and we're waiting now for Carter to bring the ball back into play if they can never find it. Of course, we've had one flat ball today too. There's the Swans cheer squad. But it wouldn't be worrying Jacko. He's kicked 5 goals up to this stage of the match. He could have easily had 7 or 8. A new ball coming back. It'll be a raffle tomorrow night at one of the clubs. There's Jacko. Ball back into play again by Carter. Out towards the half-back flank position. Ball punched out, a chance now for Morwood. This is Paul Morwood running to the goals. Fires. And I think that could be a goal. It is. Oh, they're back in business now. St.Kilda 14-10-94 to St.Kilda 12-9-81. A difference now of 13 points, and you've got to give them a chance. A lot of credit since Burns went to the centre, Bob.
That's right, Lou. And Paul Morwood hasn't done a great deal today, but once again they're showing just how dangerous.
Back to the centre now. We're just over the 14.5-minute mark, and the difference now only 13 points. Centre bounce again. It'll be Saru against Torbett. Crowd coming to life. Knocked out by Torbett. Roberts doing a good job there. Drives the ball down that half-forward line. In goes Browning. Picked up by Ackley. There's a kick. Apparently Bruins has had about 12 possessions since coming on the ground in that second quarter, which is a fine effort. Out to their half-forward line. Going in is Burns again, the man in question. Hawks beautifully around Danaher that time and goes for a pass. Not a bad sort of a pass either. And there'll be a mark taken here by Owen at half-forward. They're looking a lot better now, the Saints, as it goes over to Saru. Up there towards Jacko again. Can he grab this one? Goes the punch. Good play to Alvingston. A snap, but smothered. Back to Browning there in the forward pocket. And he kicks right across goals out wide. And there's a race now going after it now is Cunningham, but it'll beat him and the ball is out of bounds. So we're approaching the 16-minute mark, and it's only 13 points the difference now.
Big credit to St Kilda in this quarter because they've taken the chances and have take the running game, and they've really got it going.
Back to centre field. Saru, or can't trap it. Foister, bad hand pass, looking for Mace. He's got it now. He was grabbed. Was he in possession? The umpire says no. And Robert Mace will take the free kick at centre field. Umpire Neville Nash coming in and having a few words to a Swans player, David Rhys-Jones. Mace's kick long. Oh, getting a mile in the air was Owen, but he infringed on the shoulder quite obviously. And it's a free kick going to the Swans. Steve Torbett, the recipient. Missed by Danaher. Rhys-Jones grabbed very quickly by Barker. The ball shot out into the open, and it's against the Swans. A free kick going for holding the ball, I guess. I say I guess because I don't think Bob believes it either.
Well, you tap it out, it's not holding the ball, is it?
That's what I thought. Barker. Saru. Keel. He could score from there. Jacko, though, in the middle, palms it down. Owen grabbed, and he had the ball. That surely would have been a free kick. Well,
I thought it might have been holding the man, Bob, didn't you?
It might have been too.
That's right. Well, we can't be right all the time.
I think Owen thought so too. Watch this. Well, he hasn't got the ball, look.
No, he hasn't. Anyway, Glenn James is the man in charge. Sure, Saru nudged his opponent out into the goal square. It comes, a real chance for a St Kilda score. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw it in the forward pocket. The Saints have done all the attacking so far in this quarter. The Swans have added only 1 goal, and the Saints have added 4. Morwood gives it over towards Roberts. And a fine mark brought in by Peter Keel, and he landed pretty heavily.
He did come down with a thump.
Very good crowd. Let's look at that again. No doubt Keel's mark, and he lands right on his back. Certainly winded. Let's hope that's all it is. He's getting to his feet now. He's gone for the handball. Foister picks it up quickly. Gets it up into the square, looking for Jacko and Owen. Jacko flies from the back, can't take it. Foschini's there, traps it, then loses it. Into the open that comes. Chance for Roberts. The Swans get clear though. And it's taken away by Lucas. Back towards centre wing. Rhys-Jones. The Swans swing into attack for the first time in a while. Rhys-Jones, long to full forward, and Round leads out and takes the mark.
Rhys-Jones' disposal was perfect, Bob. He never wastes a kick, really, does he?
A fine game at centre-half forward.
So Barry Round, the Swan skipper, 25 metres out on the angle. A chance for their second goal this quarter. And he's threaded it. No, hit the post. Oh, it looked a goal all the way, but one behind. And that makes the difference now 14 points at the SCG.
And we're approaching the 19-minute mark, and this has been St Kilda's quarter. A short pass there to Barker and Rhys-Jones having a great battle. Two brilliant players. The ball kicked back out there towards the wing position. Chance for Cunningham. He's got the mark. Out there at half-back. Well grabbed that time by Roberts. But they're starting to look a lot better. There's a short pass coming in there now to Saru. It bounces okay for the big fellow. A long hand pass coming over to Alfingston. No, this is Alfingston now. It was Crow giving it to Alfingston as he goes for a long kick up there towards Big Jacko again. He and Carter. Jacko's got it. He's outmanoeuvred him today. This is his second opponent. He's beat them pointlessly today.
Actually, Winbanks, I think, did a better job than what Carter had.
That's right. That was your suggestion, Bob. They must have heard you as Jacko's...
Can't win them all.
As Jacko's got the ball right on the edge of the kick-off mark. The kick is number 6, and he's kicked another goal. That's 6. This is Jacko's third opponent. He's got Cruz on him now. He's kicked 6 goals, and the difference only 8 points. And the Saints really in this match now. 95 points Sydney Swans to St Kilda 87. Ball back there towards that forward line, and there's a good mark in defence by Thomas. Thomas breaks clear. Want to go for a bit of a run. Marcus copped Brady that time. This has given him a clear go. A hand pass coming out, not a good one, but it bounces okay for Fiddler now. Hooks the ball back. Oh, it's okay. Everything's going their way as Burns has got the ball. He's made the difference since going to the centre. A beautiful pass over to Keel. In a bit of trouble. Tried to get a hand pass. He dropped it. It could have gone back for a kick there, but I suppose the young fella thought, well, okay, here's a chance to make a break. And now the umpire's going to ball it up about 45 metres out from the St Kilda goal. Only 8 points the difference, and the Saints back in there with a big chance. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to St Kilda. Another chance to score a goal. And to take the free kick will be Saru, about 45 metres out from goal, directly in front. Well, if he doesn't make the distance, let's see whether Cruz can stop Jacko from taking this mask, because he's a pretty strong guy, Cruz. There's the kick by Saru. Could be a 15-metre penalty. Here we go now. This brings... there's Ricky Quaid on the phone. Very concerned now because they were well in front at the start of this quarter. The kick by Saru is a goal, I would say. Another one, so it's 2 points the difference. And the Saints back in there fighting. 14 goals, 11.95 the Swans to St Kilda, 14.993.
Well, what a comeback this is. They have really piled on the goals this quarter.
They're running away. They do. They haven't been able to handle the running game of St Kilda in this quarter, and the Saints have been prepared to attack from the back line, and it's paid off all the way down the ground.
The Saints lead by, or trail by, only 2 points now after trailing by 5 goals at half-time. The umpire has finally given a free kick to the Swans. Saints have had most of them this quarter. Wayne Carroll plays on. Goes for a long kick up towards the full forward position. Chance for Katoggio. He's put it through. Great snapshot. That one coming up at the 22.5-minute mark of the third quarter. And that really steadied the Swans. They lead by 8 points. Knocked away by Torbett. Picked up by Michael Roberts. Half forward for the Saints again. Foschini's there. Can't trap the ball. Ian Roberts can. Swans answering the challenge. Rhys-Jones. Now it's Roberts. Michael Roberts gets it down to Foschini. And the crowd obviously not happy with him transferring over, hence the boos. Elphinston and Carter. Roberts traps it underneath. Wright, grab too high. And Stevie Wright will take the free kick at centre half back. He plays on, brings the ball wide. Out towards Ackerley. Round and Saru. Round in front. Short pass. Looking for Wayne Carroll. He takes the mark. Plays on. Gets around Barker. No, he doesn't. Bad handball. Back to Burns. Too long for Paul Morwood. Right's there, too high seemingly. The umpire says play on. Down goes Cunningham, and umpire Glenn James will ball it up at centre field.
Just over the 24.5-minute mark. 8 points the difference, and a great fight back by St Kilda in this third quarter. Foschini's been a very quiet player, but I think he's only had about 4 kicks for the match.
He hasn't had too many. As Glenn James has another chat to Rhys-Jones.
Well, Rhys-Jones and Barker have had a great battle here today. Both been very effective players, but it looked as though it was going to be a one-horse race at half-time, but St Kilda, full credit to them too, have bounced right back as the ball goes out there to that half-forward line. Mace got his hands to it. Carroll overruns the ball. Finally, there's a hand pass coming out to Burns, and there's no doubt this fella's made the difference. He'll get the free kick again. Oh, there goes down Rhys-Jones again. And I think Burns is the wrong bloke to tackle. Well, it might turn out to be a grudge match if it gets really much closer than this. Oh, free kick in the back. Yes, a free kick in the back to Browning right on the edge of the square out towards the wing position. Mark Browning uses the long kick, and that's the way to go, but it's a bad one and a mark taken here by Dunn. They've got their confidence back now. St Kilda, short pass to Paul Morwood on the wing. Goes for another pass. Oh, he's down. It'll be up the field. There's a bit of a wrestle going on. Now they're starting to liven up a bit. Look at this. And it's Paul Morwood. They're punching there. Grabbing hair and everything. Bob, the grudge match may be on between Wayne Carroll. They're all into it. Oh, it's coming to life.
In the meantime, it's a goal.
Oh, look at this.
In the meantime, a goal was kicked. Who kicked it?
I don't...
It might have been Peter Keel.
Keel kicked the goal, and of course that makes the difference. 2 points now. I don't think anybody's worrying about the goals of this match at the moment, Bob, as long as they're having a bit of a dust-up.
No, that's what the goals are what matters, Lou, because that's right. What finishes up and resulting in 4 points.
Well, the score now is, let me see, Bob, what we got on the scoreboard here, 15-99. St Kilda to the Swans, 15-11, 101 into the time-on period by about a minute and a half. And the Saints back here with a big chance now. Have they got the Swans rattled? See that they're really into that, Wayne Carroll, and...
no love lost there, was there?
There certainly wasn't, and Paul Morwood. Centre bounce again. Knocked out by Saru. And the umpire's found a free kick. This time it'll go to Barry Round. Chance now to send them deep into attacking.
15-metre penalty. He's taken his number.
He's taken Saru's number, and he's not bad at doing that, Glenn James. A long kick. But the umpire's calling play back, even though it's a goal.
Saru actually took his mouth guard out, abused umpire Glenn James, quite obviously. And the end result is you can see on screen.
He's good with that pen and pencil.
Very quick draw McGraw, isn't he?
He's very quick. He's the quickest man with the book I've ever seen in my life, Glenn James. Tell you what, as soon as he goes to the top pocket, I'd be off, Bob. He's a ripper. He's a good little umpire too, Glenn James. He keeps them under control. Waiting on Wayne Carroll to go for the long kick at centre half forward. They're in front by 2 points at the moment. Into the goal square. Brady flies high. No one can take the mark. That's a hefty punch by Thomas. Back it comes there to Roberts. Down to Catoggio. A hand pass to Rhys-Jones. Witzel it is. Over there again now to Wayne Carroll, but his kick is off target. And now the difference is 3 points.
Well, 3 points the difference. 102-99. The Swans have only kicked 2 goals this quarter. It's been all St Kilda. Can they go on with the job? They'll certainly be trying in the final term. Thomas to Paul Morwood. Can't take the mark. Lockett does the shepherd. Picked up by Barker, actually. Now it's the Swans again through Carter. Catoggio. Back to Carter. Long to fall forward. In the road is Fiddler. And he's not fiddling around. To Thomas, who takes the hand pass over the top. Tries to get it back to Fiddler. A poor hand pass from Grant Thomas. Gives the chance to Wayne Carroll. Beautiful ball. Back towards centre field, and the mark taken by Dennis Carroll.
It was bad play on the part of Thomas that time, Bob.
Yes, but they've taken the gambles, and that's why they've come back in this quarter, Lou, so they have to keep attacking in that manner.
Kick dropping a little bit short. A chance for Brady. Ran into his own teammate, Rhys-Jones, who takes it out of his hands and puts it through. Good answer. Rhys-Jones puts it on the scoreboard this time. 16-12, 108 to St Kilda, 15-9, 99. Rhys-Jones' second goal. Here it is in replay.
Dennis Carroll puts the ball down. Steve Talbot unable to take the mark. The loose ball coming out towards Brady. Swooping in. Here's Rhys-Jones and puts it through for a lovely goal.
4 minutes into time on now in the third quarter. It'll be a long one, I think. The shortest quarter so far, the second. That went 31.25 minutes. Saru taps it down. Paul Morwood does the roving. It roves it well. To half forward. 2 up. Nobody can take it. Cruz is there. Oh, gives the hand pass straight to Roberts. High to full forward. Jacko's on his own and marks. Well, was Cruz playing on him then, Bob?
Yes.
Well, a bad mistake if that's the case.
Well, Cruz was the player who hand-passed out, so he had done the right thing in attacking the ball, but unfortunately gave it to the wrong player.
Jackson, goal number 7 coming up if he's accurate. And he is 7 goals to Mark Jackson. A fine performance, and the Jacko show continues. And the scores, they're important. 16-9, 105 to 16-12, 108. The Swans still leading, but only by 3 points.
3 points the difference, and we're at the 30-minute mark. Oh, there we see it in replay again.
As Cruz gave the hand pass out, Roberts putting the ball down and straight to Cruz's opponent. Frangalis trying to get there to punch the ball away, but not doing so.
Well, Jackson's had 11 kicks and 8 marks and kicked 7 goals. A fine performance by Big Jacko at full forward. He's a danger man down there, and Burns doing very well. Matter of fact, they're all doing well this quarter, St Kilda. A big punch out by Saru, and they go back into attack again. Ackley's grabbed, but still gets a kick out there. Picked up nicely by Foister, and they're back into attack again. Max Cruz comes out, and good play on the part of Little Keel. And the ball is finally forced out of bounds. It's out of bounds about 20 metres around from the St Kilda goal. And they're trailing by 3 points. A goal here will put them in front, naturally. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. There's a chance for Saru to get a hand pass back now. Grabbed pretty high that time was Keel, but now's the chance for the ball to be forced out of bounds. Still on St Kilda's forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal. 3 points the difference. And Bob, it looked as though it was going to be a one-horse race at half-time, didn't it?
Yes, well, I think I did say 10 minutes into this term that I felt that St Kilda had steadied and were playing well and running on.
There's Morwood going after the ball. They got into his back, and Morwood takes the free kick. That's Tony Morwood. A hand pass coming back there to Browning. The Swans messing about a bit. Mace tries to smother that one. This allows Dennis Carroll to kick it high out wide. Looking there for Torbett, but going the big punches. Crow down there to Little Dunn. Right on his tail now is Wright. He gets a hand pass back. Well tackled by Wright. Umpire's call play on us. Torbett picks it up. A running shot. He's gone for Contagio again. And he's got the mark. He's already kicked 4 goals, the Cat. And he's only about 7 or 8 metres out from goal, directly in front.
I thought for one moment those 2 players were going to spoil him.
I thought Brady was going to spoil him then. I suppose he's yelling out, let it go, let it go. And Brady's frightened it might be a St Kilda player. Chance now for Contagio's 5th goal. There's the kick. So it's 9 points the difference now in favour of the Swans. 17-12, 114 to St Kilda, 16-9, 105. Approaching the 32.5-minute mark of this, the third quarter.
Yes, and watching on the replay, full credit for that goal must go to Stevie Wright, because he chased and tackled and allowed Torbett to come in and get the loose ball.
It's been a great quarter of football. A fine fight back by the St Kilda side, and the Swans, to a smaller degree, have answered that.
8 goals, 1 St Kilda have kicked.
It's great kicking, isn't it? Back into the centre, well into time on, third quarter. Knocked down by Saru. Burns breaks clear of the centre, as he has done repeatedly, and a towering punt kick could just about score. 1 behind, says the goal umpire, and that lessens the difference. 114 to 106. The Swans lead by 8 points. The short pass to Browning from Cruz is effective. Browning will be assisted now by a 15-metre penalty applied by umpire Neville Nash. Frangalis has the mark, but it will be brought back.
To me, that just holds up play.
It does, especially as it was a Swans player in possession. So play continues. To centre field. Rhys-Jones, late on the scene, claims the mark. No mark, says the umpire. Roberts breaks clear. He was legged, and it will be a Swans free kick.
Rhys-Jones.
Well, he must have paid the mark, didn't he?
No, he said they were hanging on, holding the man.
There's the siren for three-quarter time. Bad luck for the Swans then, because Danaher, I think, would have taken that mark. And at three-quarter time, only 8 points the difference. The Swans 17-12, 114, leading St Kilda 16-10, 106. As do the respective coaches' benches. quarter begins at the Sydney Cricket Ground with the Swans leading by only 8 points, 114 to 106. It's been a tremendous match right throughout the afternoon. St Kilda coming back well during the third quarter when they kicked 8 goals 2 to 4 goals 4. Saru, he's been reported by umpire James, we believe, for abusive language, and the mark taken by Frangalis. High towards centre field. In front was Dennis Carroll, couldn't take the mark. Over goes Witzel, or was it Rhys-Jones? Might be Witzel, I think. They both look alike. It is Witzel, number 36.
You can see the 3 there, confused with the blonde hair, doesn't it?
Yes. Like Hawthorn, they've got Shields and Brereton, 33 and 23, and they've both got red hair. Can be confusing. Right. It's a beautiful kick by Wright. Plenty of distance in that. Nobody takes the grab. Oh, Brady fumbled at the crucial moment. He'll get it out to Katoggio. He too fumbles. Out it comes to Morwood. He's grabbed and ridden into the ground, and umpire Glenn James has decided to ball it up at the 1 minute mark of the final term.
Once again, Bob, Brady started off all right, but he's faded right out now.
Yes, unfortunately, for some reason, well, I really do not think it's fitness. Probably the opposition starting to take a little bit of the better.
A nudge out, and Jeff Saru has the free kick. Saru from centre half back goes for the handball, taken by Barker. Rhys-Jones upends him, legitimately or not. No, Barker comes out with the kick. Short pass on towards centre wing, and the mark is taken out there by Elphinston. Elphinston from the right half back flank actually now brings it back to the centre wing position. Owen can't get there before the ball's out of bounds, and we'll see it thrown into play. With that stand all but completely demolished. And of course, very shortly, 2 new ones to rise in its place. Saru and Round. This time Round's got the free kick. No, he hasn't got a free kick. I thought it might have been for in the back. The Swan skipper picks it up, hooks it back well. Witzel takes the mark on centre wing in front of Foister. And the 15-metre penalty applied by umpire Neville Nash, and he swings the Swans into attack.
Up to their centre half forward position. There's a juggle going on between Carroll and Cunningham. It's Carroll coming out towards Barker and Rhys-Jones, and the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward for the Swans. Of course, Peter mentioned that Saru's already had his name put in the book by Glenn James, the fastest drawer in the business, in that third quarter.
Like Jesse James,
he is. He says they should call him Jesse James. Certainly get that pencil out quick. And the umpire's going to ball this one up again. So it's still 8 points the difference in favour of the Swans, but a great third quarter when they kicked 8 goals 2 to 4 goals 1. Knocked out by Crow, forced out to Cunningham. He gets a kick back towards the centre of the ground. No one there for St Kilda, and a mark taken by Barry Round. So it's the Swan skipper to send them back into attack now. Going for a kick up there towards the full forward zone, out towards the forward pocket, off the top of the pack. A chance for Morwood now. A left footer for the goals, but he's off target and through for 1 point.
He had Katoggio in the goal square all on his own.
All on his own, and he missed it. 3.5 minutes gone. Now it's 9 points the difference. Still anybody's game as the ball is short passed out there by Thomas out to Elphinston. That's a good mark in front of Wayne Carroll. Both players in question here today have been pretty quiet. That's Paul Morwood and Foschini. I think Foschini's only had about 4 kicks up to this stage of the match. Possibly Morwood doing a little better.
Very impressed with Frangalis, Lou.
Yes, he's a very good player, this fella. Playing his first game and doing very well up there on that half-back flank.
He's playing his second game, actually.
Second game, is it? In front as Rhys-Jones goes for the tap on. A chance now for Fiddle to pick it up. Go for a hand pass. There we see Mace take the ball at half-back. Another short pass looking for Keogh. Badly timed that time by Wayne Carroll. Another short pass coming across there to Lockett. Intercepted nicely by Carter, who's playing at centre half-back up to Brady. And a good mark. Oh, he's got him around the neck. A 15-metre penalty. I think he might have staged a little bit.
Yes.
But he'll be well within kicking distance now. Let's see that in replay.
Oh, no, I'll take that back.
I think he's clobbered him all right. It's all right to say it up here. We're not on the end of the punch or whatever it was. So it'll be a chance for Brady to kick his 5th goal. Played very well the first half, but like many other Swans, was hardly sighted in that third quarter. And that's goal number 5. Another goal to the Swans.
The Swans lead by 15 points now at the 5.5-minute mark of the final term. Out of the centre circle from Barry Round, knocked away by Barker. Roberts gets it down to ground. On the shoulder, says umpire Neville Nash. A Swans free kick going to... No, it's not going to right. It's going to Carroll. Up to full forward, waiting behind us Barker. Crow gets it out to a teammate in Thomas, who charges his way through. Solid stuff from Thomas to make amends. Back to the wing position. Cunningham rather. Had the run and missed it. Dennis Carroll upsets him. Real desperation from both of those players. They're both going for the ball. Umpire Nash in the meantime has found the free kick to the Swans player Dennis Carroll, and he'll take it at right centre wing. Good 50 metres in the kick. Sharking it, Brady. He's come to life in the final term. Hooks it back. One behind, though. So the Swans peppering the goal. It's certainly the scoring end after half-time. And the difference is 16 points now in favour of the Swans. 122 to 106. Done. Straight up the centre of the ground. Almost a mark to Mace, not paid by the umpire. Wright goes in very solidly. Out it comes to Fiddler. To Dunn. 20-metre handball. That's Foister. Oh, they all missed it. Umpire has found a free kick, and let's see which way it's going. Possibly to Cruz. Cruz has the free kick. Ackley around the members' side. Rod Carter. No, he won't get there first. And the ball taken away for the Swans by Lucas. Safe in defence though down there for St Kilda is Burns. Brings it back towards centre wing. And the mark missed by Keel, but he plays on. Long handball.
And a good hand pass coming over to Cunningham. Another short pass going away from the goals to Lockett, but it's all right. He straightens up and goes for a pass to Jacko for goal number 8. And there's no worry. Jackson put that right through the middle. So that's 8 goals to Jackson, and the difference now only 10 points. 18 goals, 14, 122 the Swans to St Kilda. 17, 10, 112, and they're back there with a chance again.
Once again, Burns right in the thick of things, taking the mark in defence, getting it forward to Keel, I should say, and a lovely piece of play by Cunningham, because he saw the player out look wide on his own. Sometimes you can call it indirect play, but on that occasion the player was completely clear.
Back to the centre now, and we're at the just over the 8-minute mark. It's only 10 points the difference. Knocked out by Saru the second time. Back towards centre half forward for St Kilda. Carter's grab, but he gets clear of Owen that time out wide. Going after to meet it now is Fiddler. He's got the start on Morwood. A hand pass back to Foister. Too long. This gives Wright a chance out there on the wing position. Kicks it high. Back there towards that half back line. Crow and Torbett. Punched away by Crow. Good play. Out back to Fiddler again on the boundary line. Oh, there's a free kick for sure. And that free kick will go to Tony Morwood, grabbed by the ankle. So it's still 10 points the difference. Kick by Morwood is down there towards Danaher. Flies, couldn't hold the mark. There's Cottogio, a kick along the ground, but it's successful. Over there to Torbett. Up there towards Brady again. Thomas goes the punts. Hits the deck. Roberts coming in to meet it now, but it beats them all, and the ball is out of bounds. About 30 metres around from the Swans' goal. Swans at the moment are 18, 14, 122 to St Kilda 17, 10, 12. Knocked out again by the St Kilda ruckman. Back to Dunn. He was grabbed and he didn't have the ball, and the umpire played the free kick to the St Kilda back pocket player down there. A little short of half back. Short pass into Burns. And he's played a great game since coming on the ground. Now it's Browning's turn to get in front of him, but Burns won't give up. He's away from him now. He's grabbed. He actually threw that one back, but Burns still trying to get it out. Finally, it's picked up by Cunningham. A hand pass to Paul Morwood. And they're going after him now as he tries to get a hand pass. Nearly in the back, I would say, and the umpire spotted it. And Paul Morwood will take that free kick. Oh, he's grabbed by the leg. Could be a 15-metre penalty.
He didn't see it.
James was bending down, picking up the ball. A short pass over there to Roberts at centre field. Now another long kick. Up there towards the forward pocket. Hits the deck, a chance for Packham to get clear. And it's out now to Lockett. Will he give it to Jacko? Jacko's already kicked 8 now. Lockett will have a snap for a goal. He's got it through for a goal. It's not Lockett's Owen, I should say.
The Swans only lead by 4 points now. They've led all day. Are they going to surrender it in the final term to the Saints, who are coming home very strongly? No mark paid there to Dennis Carroll. He almost threw that out before he punched it. Right grab. Picked up by Cunningham. Shoots it out to Elphinston. St Kilda swing into attack again. Up to Jacko! Jacko takes the mark amid attention and a chance to make it 9.
Well, Cruz was going mad about that. He's in interference.
I didn't see it.
Look at Cruz.
Jackson directly in front. Goal number 9 coming up. If he's accurate and he doesn't miss too many of these, the Saints are in front. That's a goal. 9 goals to Mark Jackson in a match-winning performance. 2 points the difference now in favour of the Saints, and I think that's the first time, Bob, they've been ahead all day, isn't it?
I do believe so, Pete. And St Kilda are continuing to run on as Max Cruz was looking for it, but there's Jacko. St Kilda were in front from the first kick of the game, Pete, the first goal of the game.
Yes, but the Swans have led most of the day, haven't they? So the Saints now at the 12-minute mark of the final quarter lead by 2 points, 124 to 122. Thumped away from the centre into attack again go the Saints, and it's picked up at half forward. Down, no, not down to Morwood from Lockett and taken away by Lucas. Brady can't mark it. Barker takes the rebound. Wide to the flank. Getting underneath it, Cunningham. Bad handball. The 2 number 7s are there. Carroll wins out to Katoggio, seemingly now on the ball. Mace has it underneath him. Umpire Glenn James will ball it up.
12 and a half minutes gone, and the Saints in front for the first time virtually. 124 points to the Swans 122. A ball up on the centre wing position. Ball knocked out by Saru, doing pretty good in the ruck now since half time, and the umpire will ball it up again. It'll be a ball up on that centre wing position. 2 points the difference in favour of the Swans.
We've got the lights on here too, Lou.
Saru again against Torbett. Saru got it now to Roberts, and a good kick up there towards half forward. Oh, 2 Swans spoil each other. This gives Paul Morwood a chance if he can pick it up. Now he's got a... No, he balked. Nice, he goes down. And it scoops it out. Tunnel ball under the legs that time to Lockett. Up high, and 2 players go for the mark there, and it's Frangalis to take the mark. As we said before, he's played a very good game down there on that half-back flank. And a solid player. Ball kicked by Frangalis out there towards that half-back flank position. Getting high was Cunningham. Taken off the back that time by Wayne Carroll. Well tackled. Umpire said holding the ball. Cunningham gets a hand pass out now over to Alphiston. Back it goes to Paul Morwood. Have a shot for the goals, looking for Roberts. He got enough. Roberts. It was Owen, finally cleared away by Cruz. A good pass there to centre half back, and the mark taken here by Tony Morwood. Oh, shocking kick, but it's okay. A chance now for Browning to get clear of his opponent. Short pass. Back it goes, but there's Trevor Barker in the way. A hand pass coming out to Roberts. It's a high kick by Roberts out there towards the centre wing position. Cunningham in front. Saru's there up the back that time. It beat the deuce and killed the guys. And the mark taken there by Dennis Carroll. Kick across the centre half forward for the Swans. Punched away from round by Crow. Knocked on again by Thomas. Coming back to Roberts. Knocked out by Wayne Carroll. Good play over to right. Has a chance for a goal. It's a good shot. It's a goal.
4 points the difference now in favour of the Swans. Tony Jewell looking a little bit worried at the moment. 15 minutes gone in the final term. Knocked down by Saru. They can't get it out of the centre of the Saints. It's delivered away by Roberts. Up towards half forward. Dunn palms it down straight to Katoggio. Long handball. Back to Dennis Carroll. A torpedo punt kick into the goal square. No, marked down there by Max Crow. Ricky Quaid. The palms would be a little bit wet at the moment, I would think. Round on the mark. Crow's kick dropping short. Up high, Rhys-Jones. Elphinston to Barker. Barker short towards left centre wing. St Kilda will swing into attack again. No, Browning. Good solid hip and shoulder. And the ball out of bounds. We'll see it thrown in. Good solid stuff this, and what a thriller it is in the final term. They've been pretty close most of the day. The Swans had the break at half-time. St Kilda came back in the third quarter. The umpire has found a free kick going to Steve Torbett. And the crowd has really come to life here in the final term. Torbett to Danaher, tries to mark it one-handed. Mace is there, recovers better. Scooped out. Elphinston, well shepherded by Barker. Long ball to half forward. Roberts is the flyer. Paul Morwood, grab. Going through solidly. Carter, stand back. Carter's kick up to half forward, and the mark taken by Tony Morwood. Almost a 15-metre penalty. Long. Out there, that's Roberts, I think, and Roberts has the mark about 45 metres from goal and directly in front. It's real pressure stuff now. And Roberts certainly taking his time, going back to shoot for goal. You can see he's about 45 metres out there in that wide shot of the ground.
Michael Roberts being carried off behind play.
I didn't see what happened to him, Bob.
It was when he went for the mark, I feel.
We'll come back to that in a moment. The shot, first of all, from Ian Roberts is through for a goal. That's the one the Swans wanted. Ian Roberts putting it through for his first goal of the afternoon, and the Swans lead by 10 points.
And young Michael Roberts not looking too well now, though. He's sitting up a bit better now. Let's hope the boy's okay. So, 10 points the difference now in favour of the Swans, bouncing back nicely in this last 2 or 3 minutes. Just over, or just on 17.5 minutes gone of this last quarter. And it's been a real thriller since half-time. Roberts looks like it could be his knee, Bob, is it, or what?
Hard to tell, Lou, as you're watching replay. Roberts going for the mark and must have fell awkwardly.
Centre bounce again, and St Kilda go back into attack. There's a chance now for them to get the ball well up there by Owen. Kicked high, looking for Jackson, who's already kicked 9 goals, and it's the deck now. It's Foschini. It's about time he's done something. Gets away from his opponent, but he's grabbed. Now he's on his feet, and he has a shot up there towards the full forward zone, but there's too many defenders there for the little fella Backham, and the ball is finally knocked out of bounds in the forward pocket position. So 10 points the difference in favour of the Swans, but plenty of time for St Kilda to win this match if they're good enough. And this crowd really on their toes now. Talbot and Saru, knocked out by Talbot. Back it goes again. A snap by Foschini, and he's put it through for a goal. So it's 4 points the difference. Knocked out by Saru, punched on by Wright. Over there to Cunningham. He's grabbed, he drops it. Finally, it's forced back to Danaher. Goes for a kick. It's a ragged one back there, and Crow fumbles the ball, but he's got time to recover. Kick it out wide now. Here's a break for St Kilda. One of their best players is going after it. Made the world of difference since that second quarter. Got one around the neck, Burns. Runs into trouble, but finally gets the kick down there towards centre half forward. Jackson's there, got under it. Now it's a chance for Morwood. He overruns the ball. Little Packham. A snap for goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. What's the result?
Point.
1 point, so it's 3 points the difference as we approach the, or just over the 19.5 minute mark of this last quarter.
Ackerley. Season lead goes straight up the centre of the ground. Ooh, that's a nudge out, isn't it? Free kick going to the Swans. Let's see who's going to take it. It will be Tony Morwood. Tony Morwood about 10 metres short of the circle. Again, going straight down the middle. Brady waiting at the back. He should have been flying high with Crow. Saru on centre wing. Takes it in front of Witzel. And he came on as an interchange player for the Swans. Jeff Saru's kick up to the centre half forward position again. Morwood in front. That's a grab. Ackerley takes the hand pass. That was lightning fast. Ackerley will go for the run. Talbot does the shepherding. Round. Almost a mark. Max Crow is there for the Swans. Rhys-Jones in the pocket. Just can't grab it. He's bundled out of the road in the back. Rhys-Jones' free kick. But he's right on the boundary line. Let's take a look at it again. Well, too high. That was the free kick, or in the back court, what you will. It was picked up by umpire Neville Nash. Vin Catoggio handing him the ball, and Rhys-Jones has a chance to put the Swans further ahead. They lead by only 3 points. He runs around. That's not bad. Hit the post. So it's a 4-point margin in favour of the Swans now. 134 to 131. The attendance here today, 11,276. 135 to 131. Thank you, Bob. Thomas to the members' stand side. Looking for and finding Barker. Ricky Quaid very worried at the moment. Keel in front. Elphinston, Wright's got him. No, he hasn't. Barker again. Oh, down he goes behind play. And he is flattened. There could be a number taken there. A little bit of remonstrating. Trainers run from everywhere. I didn't see any pencil come out. It's a free kick. No, the play continues downfield and a fine mark taken by Ackerley in the back pocket. And Barker doesn't look too good. That was a very solid bump. With the 2 umpire system, of course, you need 2 pairs of binoculars. Play, as I said, continues. Wayne Carroll, fine mark. Dennis Carroll, a chance for the Swans. Long shot at goal. Witzel is in the pocket. Doesn't bounce too kindly for him and out of bounds.
22 and a half minutes gone. And it's only 4 points the difference in favour of the Swans. Grimley hanging on. Barker on his feet now. That's good news for the Saints because he's playing very well. He's had a big tussle today with Rhys-Jones. Knocked out by Crow. Going after it now is Foister on the boundary line. The ball is forced out of bounds again. Still about 35 metres around from the Swans goal. Well, it's been a crackerjack game here today, particularly since half-time. Knocked out by Crow. Witzel fumbled that one. This allows Keel to pick it up over to Mace. In a bit of trouble here. Got rid of it. Rhys-Jones spins out of the pack. A long hand pass. It's too long. But there's Robert. Saves the day that time for Rhys-Jones. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Carroll coming in. And it's a mark to Carroll.
No.
He's going to play it the other way.
Ball up, I think.
Ball up. I thought Carroll grabbed it all the way, Bob.
We'll watch it again now on replay.
Oh, well,
Pretty fair decision, I feel.
Yeah, fair decision by the umpire, and the ball comes down. Carroll gets it out to Katoggio, a goal! Oh, listen to that crowd. They're going mad in favour of the Swans here at the moment. 10 points the difference at the 24-minute mark. Saru fumbled that one. Keel comes out of the pack. He's grabbed a hand pass coming over there to Foister. Oh, bad fumble. A chance now for... Oh, he's grabbed him. Rhys-Jones throws him to the ground, Barker. In goes Foister again, but he's crowded by 3 Swans there. Can't get out. Now it's a chance here. Barry Round goes for a long hand pass. It's a good one. There's Wayne Carroll. He's played a great game. A long kick for goal, but he's up target and through for 1 point. So it's 11 points the difference now. 21-16, 142 the Swans to St.Kilda, 20 goals, 11, 131 approaching the 25-minute mark. So time's running out for St.Kilda.
Yes, nearly into the time-on period as Grant Thomas brings the ball back into play, looking for Barker. Danaher! Limping a little bit, but he got off the ground there okay. Anthony Danaher, fine mark as we see that in replay. Maybe landed awkwardly on the ankle.
He's taken a couple of nice marks today, Danaher.
He's done a good job there.
Danaher 50 metres out from goal. Right half forward flank. Just tried a little bit too hard for the extra distance, out of bounds on the full. A St Kilda free kick. The recipient will be Jeff Dunn. 24 seconds into the time-on period now as Dunn looks for a lead upfield. Decides to play on. None forthcoming. Burns. Keel does the shepherding. Long handball to Mace. It bounces okay for him. Over the top the handball. Not good. Oh, Wright got one a little bit too high. Seen by umpire Neville Nash. And he'll take the free kick at centre-half back. That was certainly timely. Still plenty of time for the Saints to get up. That could be a free kick against Witzel. No, play on, the umpire said. Barry Round will try and do just that. He's trying to balk. Not successful. Saru charges through. The Saints go forward here. Long to full forward. Jacko! No, can't mark it. The mark taken by Browning, but it's a free kick.
Jackson.
Jacko's free kick. He's got the free kick. He said hanging on.
Yes,
he is hanging on too, Bob.
Hanging onto the shorts. That reminds me of the...
Actually, the ball was further than 5 metres away anyway.
Like that Peter Barry decision at the MCG years ago. The kick by Jacko. Goal. And that's the double figures, I think. 10 goals to Jacko, 142 to 137. That's a difference of 5 points, and we're 26 3/4 minutes into the term.
Well, we see it in replay. What do you think about that decision, Bob?
Well, the ball's further than 5 metres away, and he was shepherding, so that's fair enough.
Okay, approaching the 27-minute mark, and there's only, what, the difference now? 5 points, and can the Saints come back and win this game? The Swans hanging on like grim death in this grudge match. Ball knocked out again. Oh, little Packham overruns the ball. Finally cleared back that time by Torbett. Up towards centre-half forward. Oh, there's a great mark. A beautiful mark there to Tony Morwood at centre-half forward. He'd be about 50 metres out from goal. Directly in front. And they're in front by 5 points at the moment. So a goal here would just about win it for the Swans, I would say. St Kilda putting up a very good effort since half-time. There's the kick by Morwood, a long one. And it's a goal, a beautiful goal by Tony Morwood.
Well, that's really what you call a pressure goal.
22 goals, 16, 148 the Swans to St Kilda. 21 goals, 11, 137.
But Tony Morwood is going to kick a more valuable goal. It'll be a long time before it'll be better than that one.
Well, that's the one they wanted. So we're at the 28-minute mark. I'd say there's about 4 minutes to go, Pete, wouldn't you? There's Ian Stewart looking very, very sad.
At the very most.
Centre bounce again. It'll be Talbot against Crow. So Crow finally got that down to Packer, but he fumbled. There's Rhys-Jones trying to force his way through the pack. Picked up by Carroll. Bit of fumbling going on by both sides, and the umpire will ball it up down towards the Swan centre half-forward position. Ricky Quaid looking a little bit happier and having a drink to soothe the nerves. Here we go again. Knocked out by Crow, back to Packham. Didn't get a kick that time, over to Wayne Carroll. He's been a fine player today, this fellow. Well, finally kicked back towards that half-forward line. Down goes Barry Round, but he's still got control of the ball. Gets a hand pass out to Browning, a beautiful one, back to right. It could be another goal. Yes, it's a goal, a beautiful goal by Little Wright. A good play on the part of their skipper that time too, Bobby.
3 goals to Wright. That'll just about seal it, I reckon.
And every picture tells its tale, and that the jubilation on the part of the Swans there, they really saw the value there with a lovely hand pass and on hands and knees. It was great leadership by Barry Round.
Sevens big league now, and the Swans lead 154 to 137 after St Kilda got to within 3 points in this fight. In fact, they were in front. Ian Roberts to half-forward again for the Swans, who have answered the challenge, knocked away by Dunn. Mace from right half-back flank. And Ian Roberts in the road, and he'll take plenty of time indeed. Foyster a little bit late on the scene.
He's making a mistake of turning his back on play, though.
Roberts at left centre wing. Looking for Tony Morwood. Fiddler seemed to get into his back. And Tony Morwood will have the free kick from a position where he kicked a goal a few minutes ago to steady it for the Swans. And Tony Morwood has already kicked how many goals, Bob? I've got him down for 1. I think I might have missed one though, did I?
Only one for mine.
Let's see if he can make it 2 with this kick. It looks okay from there. That's another one. He's got 2 now, Tony Morwood. And the Swans really coming right away in the time on period of this quarter. 160 to 137.
Very high-scoring game, Bob. 45 goals kicked for the match. That's not a bad effort.
No, it certainly has been a day of goals, and the goals have come because of good football too.
Yes, the standard of the match has been very, very high. Umpire Glenn James to put the ball down again, possibly for the last time. 160 to 137. Knocked away by Max Crow, actually, and by Burns. It comes out to Cunningham. Cunningham's kick is short up to the left half-forward flank. Elphinston, hot in pursuit, Browning to full forward, no mark. And the Swans will try and rush it through for a behind, I would think. No, it's still in play. Frengalis is there. Cruz tries to take it over the boundary line, and we'll see a boundary throw in the forward pocket for the Saints.
Just over the 31-minute mark, and they're doing it well now. The Swans, they're 23 points in front. Time's beaten the St Kilda side after a valiant performance since half-time. The ball out of bounds, about 30 metres around from the St Kilda goal. They've had many good players. Jackson coming in now. He's already kicked 10 goals. That's a great effort. The ball finally forced back to Browning. Oh, bad hand pass. He goes after it again. A bit of fumbling, but Ackley shows him how to pick the ball up cleanly. There's the siren to end the match, and a great win to the Swans. So the final scores here at the Sydney Cricket Ground: 24 goals, 16, 160 the Swans. To St Kilda, 21 goals, 11, 137. Well, they'd be happy about that, Bob, the Swans, to get out of that one.
Yes, but full marks to St Kilda because they looked a badly beaten side at half-time. They came back in that second half and they really fought the game right out to the finish. They did everything that their coach could desire, and so accordingly, although beaten, they certainly are not disgraced.
Right, your best player, Bob, for the...
Goals at any time, Pete, and whether it's a winning side or a losing side. It's a full forward's job to kick goals, and he mightn't be the best looking full forward in the world, but a very effective game by Mark Jackson, and 10 goals. He deserves the Rank Arena award.
Yes, I don't think anybody would argue with that, Bob. So Jacko wins the Rank Arena prize this afternoon. And final scores, 137 St Kilda, the Swans 160. That's their second win of the year, and one they really wanted to achieve. I'm sure Ricky Quaid, their coach, and their supporters would be very happy indeed. That takes us out from the special edition of Sevens Big League from the Sydney Cricket Ground. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Peter Vandy on behalf of Lou Richards, Bob Skilton, and today Stephen Phillips with our director, Potter and crew, saying good afternoon to you all.